Because a big mistake that a lot of people make is they say, I'm going to get into a trade, and the trade goes the wrong way. Are your indicators valid only for short-term trends or also longer-term trends? Well, it brings up an important point before I try to answer that is, as an investor or a trader, the first question you really have to ask is, what time frame are you looking at? Because a big mistake that a lot of people make is they say, I'm going to get into a trade, and the trade goes the wrong way. They say, well, I guess I'll hold it as an investment. That's a bad approach. Or they'll say, I'm going to buy and hold for the long term, and the first time it gets volatile, they say, well, I guess it's a trade, I'm going to get out. You really have to do the homework to decide what type of investing or trading fits your style. And then when you're looking at our website, you have to find the indicators that give you the best information for that. Most of the things that I follow as an investor are 6 to 12 months, as I mentioned. Most of the things that I showed you in the presentation today are looking 12 months out. But there are things you can look at. So the short term, I look at seasonality and price action. If they're in agreement, if I see a seasonal bullish trend should be happening and price action is actually moving up, that's a good time to take a short-term trade. And same thing on the short side. Dean, how do you approach that?
Yeah, I mean, I would generally agree. I tend to be more of a medium to long-term, signal-driven, sort of approach. And if it is something that's short-term, I'm looking for, it's a mean reversion play. So it's potentially a sector that's out of favor, that's showing extreme oversold conditions relative to the broad market, and then that could potentially be sort of a mean reversion. But it's just a trade, and that's generally how I'll approach the market. But I'm generally more in the sort of medium to long term category in terms of an investor / trader.
The next signal won't wait. Neither should you. Ready to dive deeper? Watch the full session for just $8.99.